A group of soldiers arrives at a devastated area near a massive industrial facility, preparing for what could be their final and most dangerous confrontation. The landscape around them is almost unrecognizable. Destroyed buildings, shattered vehicles, and piles of rubble stretch in every direction, serving as a reminder of the chaos that has already consumed the region. Although the soldiers are heavily armed and highly trained, there is a sense of uncertainty among them. They know they are about to face an enemy unlike anything they have encountered before. As they move cautiously through the ruins, scanning every corner and every shadow, the tension begins to build. The silence is unsettling, broken only by the sound of distant explosions and the crunch of debris beneath their boots. Suddenly, mysterious entities emerge from the darkness. Moving at incredible speed, they launch a series of aggressive attacks, forcing the soldiers to react immediately. The team quickly attempts to identify the positions of the hostile targets using advanced vision systems and specialized detection equipment. However, the enemy's movements are unpredictable and difficult to track. Within moments, the battlefield erupts into chaos. Powerful explosions shake the area, sending dust and fragments of concrete into the air. Several soldiers are caught in the confusion as the attacks become more frequent and intense. Despite the danger, the remaining members of the team continue pushing forward. They communicate constantly, sharing target locations and coordinating their movements. Every step must be carefully planned because a single mistake could prove fatal. Thick clouds of smoke begin to spread across the battlefield, reducing visibility and making it even harder to distinguish friend from foe. The soldiers maneuver between damaged buildings and abandoned military vehicles, using whatever cover they can find. They understand that survival depends on teamwork and precise execution. While moving through the devastated environment, they search for a strategic position that will allow them to engage the enemy more effectively. As the battle continues, the soldiers deploy specialized weapons and equipment developed specifically to counter these mysterious creatures. Conventional military tactics have proven ineffective, forcing the team to rely on experimental technology and unconventional strategies. Every encounter provides new challenges, and each victory comes at a significant cost. The hostile entities continue their relentless assault, appearing and disappearing with terrifying speed. Explosions illuminate the battlefield as both sides struggle for control. The soldiers fight with determination, refusing to retreat despite the overwhelming danger surrounding them. The intensity of the confrontation transforms the entire area into a war zone filled with fire, smoke, and destruction. As time passes, the pressure on the team increases. Some fighters are injured, while others are lost during the fierce exchange of attacks. Yet the surviving soldiers remain focused on their objective. They know that the only way to end the conflict is to locate and neutralize the source of the threat. Driven by that goal, they continue advancing deeper into the heart of the battlefield. The closer they get to their destination, the more dangerous the situation becomes. The enemy launches increasingly aggressive attacks in an attempt to stop their progress. Massive explosions rock the surrounding structures, causing parts of buildings to collapse. Debris falls from above as the soldiers fight their way forward through the destruction. Even under these extreme conditions, the team refuses to give up. Their training, discipline, and determination allow them to keep moving despite the constant danger. Every member understands the importance of the mission. If they fail, the threat could continue spreading and claim even more lives. Eventually, after a long and exhausting struggle, the soldiers reach the critical stage of their operation. Working together under intense pressure, they begin carrying out the final phase of their plan. Every action must be perfectly timed, and there is little room for error. The fate of the mission depends entirely on their success. In the decisive moments that follow, their strategy finally begins to work. One by one, the hostile entities start to disappear. The relentless attacks gradually slow down, and the battlefield begins to grow quieter. For the first time since the confrontation began, there is a sense that victory may actually be possible. As the last remnants of the threat fade away, the surviving soldiers look around at the devastation that surrounds them. The area has been transformed by the conflict, leaving behind a landscape marked by destruction and sacrifice. Although exhausted, they realize that their mission has succeeded. After a fierce battle filled with danger, loss, and uncertainty, the survivors stand together amid the ruins. They understand the price that was paid to reach this moment, but they also know that their efforts prevented an even greater catastrophe. The confrontation is finally over, and the terrifying threat that once seemed unstoppable has been defeated. For the first time in a long while, the battlefield falls silent, marking the end of a struggle that tested the courage, determination, and resilience of everyone involved.